Hello and welcome back to the channel. 'Tis I, Ken Lavigne, singer/vocal coach, reporting to you today from the very chilly climes of Western Canada. Woo! January 2024 is starting out to be a very, very cold one. Indeed, for many folks, I hope you guys are keeping warm wherever you are. I'm here in my studio and the heaters are pumping out as much heat as their little BTU hearts can handle. And I'm going to do my very best to keep warm. But that shouldn't be too hard because this selection comes from Dawn. Dawn, who writes Dan VASC, doing Adele's Rolling in the Deep. I love her version, but OMG, Dan VASC, who is a fan favorite here on the channel. Many, many requests to listen to more of Dan, and Dawn is no different. So Dawn, thank you very much for your kind submission and your lovely donation. Much appreciated. I believe that this is a collaboration with Biggie Fanrath, who's, I think, helping out or doing maybe the lion's share of the musical accompaniment on the guitar. So let's just have a listen to what Dan does here.
Starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch and it's bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and sell me out and I'll lay your shit bare.
Okay, so off the top, Dan there's almost like a deliberate over-enunciation of all of those syllables. They don't quite feel like they're rolling off the tongue, but I think he's just getting warmed up. Now, this selection, I was just checking the date, is from 5 years ago. Now, I'm not sure exactly where does that line up with Dan's journey as a vocalist here on YouTube. I think it's pretty early. What are we looking at? Are we looking at, is this the mature phase? Is this the mature phase of Dan's deliverance? Dan's deliverance. I'm not sure if that's deliberate just yet, but there's more to come. Obviously, we're just 30 seconds in, so, dude, give the guy a chance.
See how I live with every piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I would do. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching her favorite pitch and it's bringing me out the dark. The skies of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we always had it all. The skies of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help it.
Okay, so I know, okay, we're gonna get to the good stuff right here. We just finished the pre-chorus. We're gonna go into the main chorus here, but I just wanted to point out the keyboard arpeggios behind there, very sort of Owl City kind of sound going on there. Maybe that was inspired in this particular orchestration. I always wanted to get a little bit more details about how the orchestration came about. We see the finished product, but I wonder what the back and forth is between the musicians. Like, I really want to have that particular sound happen right here. I don't know. Anyway, that's just, again, a little mystery for us to ponder and hopefully figure out as we roll through this particular, see what I did there? Version of the song. Buckle up, here we go. Dan is about to take flight on the chorus.
We could have had it all. Rolling in the deep. You have a heart inside. And you play it to the beat. Baby, I'm no sorry to be told.
So much distortion and compression. Baby! Yeah. I think he was waiting for that moment so he could just really wring as much distortion out of his voice just on that word.
But I've had one on you, now I'm gonna make your head burn. Think of me in the depths of your despair. Make a hold down there, a spike show won't be shared.
I always feel like when Dan's doing his heavy metal voice thing, when he's in that sort of compression, distortion mode, things just feel so much more relaxed. Do you know? Like in comparison to the beginning where he's singing much more straight, almost staccato, everything is detached. It almost felt like I don't know, like a jacket that didn't fit right, you know? It just didn't it felt like stiff. And then when he's really laying into it, this feels like, okay, this is my home base. This is where I like to live. This is where my voice likes to live. I feel really comfortable here. I'm gonna mine the depths. I'm gonna do everything I can to just really inhabit that space as comfortably as my voice likes to be in that moment.
The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, you'd have a heart inside, and you played.
Okay, so both times on that chorus, did you notice the difference between the first run through the chorus, that middle section, he flipped up to a supported falsetto, and this one he doesn't. He drives that all the way with a really sort of compressed head voice sound. Good. I felt like that was a good choice. I didn't mind the falsetto. That followed the trajectory of how Adele sings it, and this one feels much more Dan. Oh yeah.
Throw your soul through every open door. Count your blessings to find what you look for. Time on.
Dan's got such a breadth of range, like really tapping into the baritone quality of his voice in that low end there. It's remarkable to have that much power for someone who also has these range, like incredibly high end range extensions on the top end of his voice, to be able to really evoke that masculine chest voice quality.
Sorrow ain't too tragical. You pay me back in kind and reap just what you sow. We could have had it all. We could have had it all. It all. We could have had it all. Rolling in the deep. You have a heart inside, and you play it to the beat. Could have had it all. Rolling in the deep. You have a heart inside.
Nice vocal harmonies there. I'm wanting to hear a little bit more from Biggie here on his guitar. He kind of had this great solo thing going, and Dan was singing on top of it. And I was like, "Ah, Dan, I love your voice, man, but hey, give the guitarist a moment to do his thing." Sometimes it's nice to hear what the guitarist has to say about a particular lick.
But you played it, you played it, you played it, you played it to the beat.
Oh, Dan. Oh, okay. Well, that was an interesting selection. Going back to what Dan does best is making metal out of just regular songs. All of a sudden, making them more metal than they knew they could be. That is definitely Dan's superpower. All right, but that's all I have to say. Tell me, what is your superpower? Tell me down below in the chat. Leave your comments and start a conversation. Also, too, if you want to get a hold of me just like Don did, there are links down below in the description. You can cut through all the noise, get to me directly with your suggestions, and also leave a kind donation if you are so inclined. As well, if you are not yet a member of this fabulous community of music aficionados and vocal lovers, what are you waiting for? Hit the bell icon, the thumbs up, the subscribe, all the things with the things. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps feed you. How does it feed you? It feeds you the latest stuff that just happens every day here on the channel. Lastly, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day and spending a few of those precious moments here with me. Much warm love and appreciation to you all. And we will see you next time.